join, and then we'll get started. Hello, so happy everyone can join us today. Just to let you know, we're gonna get about another minute or so, let people start coming in, and we'll go ahead and get started with the presentation. So kind of just hold tight for a second. In the meantime, feel free to review the screen right here. We'll also cover some of this information. Cool. So we can go ahead and get started. So welcome everyone to the virtual college exploration for North Carolina and South Carolina students, sponsored by CACRAO and StriveScan. So thank you so much for joining us this afternoon to learn a little bit more about business programs. Before we get started, a few housekeeping announcements. So this is a Zoom webinar feature. So just know you are muted and your camera is off. So none of our presenters will be able to see you or hear you. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A feature that you can find on the top right part of your screen. It is a wide variety of sessions that still be happening today and later on in this week and month, and this presentation will be recorded and available to view later. To view more information, please visit CACRAO.org. That's spelled out CACRAO.org, O-R-G. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Dante, and I hope you guys have a great session.
Thank you so much, and we're so glad that everyone has joined us, and my lovely panelists, we are glad to be here. And of course, this is the session of taking care of business programs. So again, we're glad that you all are here. And just give me a thumbs up. Can everyone see my screen? Yes, awesome. So that means I'm in the right place. All right. So again, we're going to present to you today, and we'll have everyone to formally introduce themselves, but I at least want you to get an idea of what schools are being represented today. We have East Carolina University. We have Fayetteville State University. We have Gardner-Webb University. We have St. Andrews University, and then we have UNC Pembroke here with us on today. And again, we will allow each of those panelists to introduce themselves once they get to the portion where they're going to discuss their business program at their respective institutions, okay? So just to give you a little bit what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about some concentrations in business, because a lot of times you hear a lot about the majors, so we're going to focus on that today. We're also going to focus on the networking aspect when it comes to being a part of a business program and how you can network and get connected with people. We'll also talk about that accreditation, well-known accreditation, actually worldwide. It's called the AACSB. We'll give you more information about that. And then we'll also give you information about career opportunities as it pertains to internships and so on, salaries, and if that makes sense, right? So again, let's go ahead and get started. I'll jump out and get out the way, and we'll turn it over to Ms. Amy Eason from East Carolina.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amy Eason, and I am an academic advisor in the College of Business at ECU. And we have 3 wonderful undergraduate degrees that we offer our students. The first one was a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, and there are 9 different concentrations that we offer. We have anywhere from marketing, management, accounting. We have a brand new concentration in human resources this semester, management information systems, general business, finance, risk management and insurance, and so much more. This degree is also offered 100% online. There are 6 different concentrations that we do offer totally online. So we're very excited to offer those for our distance education students. The second degree that we offer is a Bachelor's of Science in Hospitality Leadership, and this offers 3 different concentrations. They are in conventions and special events, food and beverage management, and lodging management. And you can do a lot with this degree. It does require a 400-hour internship where you get to work with different companies or different types of resorts, cruise lines, you name it, and you can do it from anywhere in the world. This degree is also offered 100% online. And our last and our newest degree is a Bachelor's of Science in Entrepreneurship, where you actually get to choose a minor or a specialty area in the type of career or type of business that you would like to start later on. This degree is not offered online due to the fact that you are going to be working with other students in a workshop type setting and creating and innovating different ways of promoting your product.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Easton, for sharing that information from East Carolina University. And up next is yours truly, me. I'm Mr. Dante Wise. I'm the Senior Assistant Director of Admissions here at Fayetteville State University, and I deal specifically with transfer students. So we're talking about our Broadwell College of Business and Economics here at Fayetteville State University. Actually, right now, we're one of the top 5 business schools in North Carolina. We're the 3rd most affordable online business program in the country. Our accounting program is ranked #1, and that's online. It is ranked #1 in the United States and ranked #7 in the entire world. So really, really stellar accounting program. We were also recognized in the top 100 business schools in the US by World and Social Science Network, And we are actually one of 5 North Carolina university that has an MBA program that's ranked in the top 125 in the United States. So I think we have definitely a lot of programs that we can offer you here, quality as well, being the 4th most affordable public school in North Carolina. That shows you that you would definitely get more bang for your buck. And I think that's really, really important when looking for a school to show you that, again, you can get a quality program, quality education for a very inexpensive price. Also, our undergraduate fire and emergency services ranked #1 online. By best degree programs. And then also, if you see the picture, we also have a world trading room actually that has a live data ticker from the world stock market. So again, we want to make sure we give our students real life application to ensure that they're getting the information that they need and make sure that they're being prepared for the real world once they get out there. Now, also you see the icon that says SAP Next Gen Lab. We were actually the first school in the southeastern region of the United States to partner with the SAP Alliance for the Next Gen Lab when it comes to business. So again, definitely some great things going on here at Fayetteville State University, and things have been going well with our business program. As an institution, of course, we were founded in 1867, and we were founded as a teacher's college. And from there, we have expanded. We're located in Fayetteville, North Carolina, which is literally like 5 minutes down the street from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, which is the biggest military installation base in the country. So again, a lot of connectivity with our federal government and our soldiers as well. Just to list some of our majors that we offer here at Fayetteville State University: accounting, ODC stands for online degree completion. We also have banking and finance. We have entrepreneurship, management, marketing, healthcare administration, fire and emergency service administration, information systems and business analytics, and then of course a general business degree, which is also offered completely online. So accounting and general business is completely online as well. Now for the minors, some of your majors can be minors, so I didn't want to list them twice for you. But again, just to list some of those, we have economics, something new for us, esports. We have healthcare information technology. We have management information systems and legal studies and business. And I forgot to mention risk management also as a minor here at Fayetteville State. So of course, if you feel free, when you get that time you want to apply, there's a QR code there. Some of you may be using your phone, so it's hard to actually get to it. So if you take a screenshot, that will give you the ability to go ahead and apply to Fayetteville State University. So at this time, that concludes my time. I want to go ahead and pass it off to my colleague, Mr. Toby Tate, and he's going to give you more information about his institution.
Thank you, Dante. Hey, everybody. I'm Toby Tate, and I'm the transfer admissions counselor at Gardner Webb University. I'm pretty much just the representative for all transfer students, and I stand as a self-representative for the business school just because I myself was a business student and attended Gardner Webb. I can definitely be a little bit biased when it comes to that, but I can vouch for many reasons on why the Godbolt School of Business is a great place to be, most definitely. So as you're seeing here, this is kind of the front of our school. This is Hamrick Hall. It's a nice business school, very nice facility, beautiful building, awesome technology inside and everything else. I'm going to progress on to the next slide. I'll start talking a little bit about what we have to offer as a business school for education. So majors, obviously picking a major is a very important thing as far as going to college. Not only picking business as a concept or as a focus, but picking the major within business, because I mean, it is, as the other team members I have with me today will say, business is so broad, it can really go anywhere. So definitely some of the most common: accounting, computer information systems, economics and finance, which is actually tag team to be one major, or separate depending on how you structure things. healthcare management, international business, business administration. We have a management specific major that's in our online programs, marketing, sports management, and wealth management, which I believe is also in our online programs. So every single one of these majors, we try to work hand in hand with what we have as our DCP department, which is online learning more or less. Again, like Dante was saying, over at Fayetteville, they have an online pathway for certain majors as well. And then you've also got down there in the corner where I've highlighted the MBA 10. So Gardner Webb started doing their MBA 10 program fairly recently. It is a great program. If you're interested in business whatsoever, getting that undergrad degree and taking that next step into grad school is definitely something that we highly recommend you do. And in doing that, the MBA is a great degree that can be got, you can obtain it quicker, cheaper, and all around just better way. It's an awesome program and definitely something to look into. On the next slide, I'm going to point out one of the biggest things that I believe now as a staff member, but also as a student when I was there, that I truly believe sets Gardner apart in so many ways. And that's our faculty, that's our professors. Specifically in the business school, I mean, they've got outstanding qualifications. They are very experienced. They've got some serious detail in their portfolios or in their resumes of sorts. I mean, they've got history working in all kinds of industries outside of higher education that really just helps for students to make connections after college, connect with professors and learn ways that, to go about doing things in particular fields. And they also like to stay current throughout research and stuff like that. So our professors, most of them, they are either continuing their education in some type of way, they're participating in some kind of research that keeps them in the loop with how things are going in the business world, consulting with businesses, all sorts of things. And then on the last slide, I just want to share with you a little bit more detail about myself. So there's my stuff on that left-hand side. You can see, again, my email and my phone number. You can see on that right-hand side, Miss Misha Taylor or Dr. Dean Taylor, however she likes to be referred to. She is the dean of our Godbold School of Business. She is there to answer any questions. There is the phone number and the email for the School of Business. You can reach out directly to them if you have any questions about anything Gardner Webb related. We do take applications. Everything's online. We do take paper applications if need be, but the easiest way to do it is either on our website, on the Common app that you see there in the middle, or you can actually screenshot or take your phone out, take a little picture of that little QR code, and it takes you directly to the website where you need to be. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in that Q&A or reach out to me later on. I'll be happy to talk with you. But that's it for me. I'll pass it back to Dante.
Thank you so much, Toby. Great information. So far, you've already heard three schools with their information, and knowing that business can take you so many places. And now we're welcoming Miss Debbie Bell from St. Andrews. She's going to go ahead and give you information about her business school.
Good afternoon. My name is Debbie Bell. I'm Director of Regional Admissions here at St. Andrews University. Welcome to Night Nation this afternoon. As my colleagues have said, there are a lot of great opportunities out there. What I would like to talk with you guys or share a little bit about today are the opportunities at St. Andrews University. We actually have 3 different locations, campuses that you can explore this business transfer program. Our first community, God, I can't even talk this afternoon. Our first location, family community that joined St. Andrews in 1991 is our St. Andrews University at Sand Hills. That campus is located in Pinehurst, North Carolina. And the campus in Pinehurst is definitely accommodating our working adults. We know so many of you now are working full time and trying to go back to school. So our St. Andrews at Sand Hills campus has evening classes. We have Saturday classes as well as online classes. In that program, we not only offer the business administration, but we do have psychology, elementary education, middle school education, as well as secondary education in our teacher licensure program. Our second and newest family member to the St. Andrews University campus is our campus in Charlotte. It opened up this fall. That campus is actually on right off 77, easy access, and also is very hands-on with working adults. Most of those classes at our Charlotte campus are online. We also there have our business administration program as well as our health sciences program, and we do offer our MBA at our Charlotte campus as well. Then this takes us to our main campus, which is our residential campus. St. Andrews University, located in Laurinburg, North Carolina. We have about 20% of our student body on the main campus are transfer students. They come, they want to play sports, they want to act in a play, they want to do everything as a transfer student that they would have done where they were to begin with. We have about 500 acres on our St. Andrews main campus. We have over 27 NAIA teams, and yes, our transfer students are a big part of our athletic program. We also have our equestrian program located on our main campus. We offer degrees in business management, business administration, equine business management, as well as our MBA program and our new Masters of Arts education on our main campus. Some things that we definitely want to make sure that all our students are aware of is each student that applies to St. Andrews, we review on an individual basis. There are certain GPAs we like to see coming in from your other universities, but we will look at each student individually. We will talk with you individually and make sure you get the guidance through this process you need. As well as Dante pointed out, we do have our QR codes. Please get your phones out, take that picture, and let's see if we can't get your application into St. Andrews. And I look forward to welcoming you. We want to say, go Knights. Thank you, Dante.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Debbie. And we're moving on. As the saying says, last but not least, we would definitely want to invite Ms. Nancy to go ahead and talk about her fine institution over at UNC Pembroke.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us today. As Dante said, my name is Nancy Reading, and I'm the Associate Director of Admissions here at the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. A little bit about UNCP, if you're not familiar with us. We were founded in 1887, originally as a school geared towards teaching American Indians, teachers for American Indian students. So we are adopted into the UNC system in 1996, and that has been a great help to us as we've really grown over the last few years because we are a North Carolina Promise institution. Being a North Carolina Promise institution means that our tuition is extremely affordable for you. So as an in-state student, our tuition is capped at $500 per semester. And as an out-of-state student, our tuition is $2,500 per semester. Now, you do have additional fees with that. And then we also offer several programs online. The thing that we're most proud of at UNC Pembroke is our diversity. You're going to find a very diverse and thriving campus, and with a small class size. About 20 students is our average class size. And then our student to faculty ratio is 18:1. So as a transfer student, you're still going to get that personal attention from your faculty that you're used to in the community college system. And then we also have 100+ clubs and organizations. So if you can't find something that you're interested in at UNC Pembroke, then you can definitely create a club or organization. What we say is find 3 friends, and then y'all can start your own new club. We're a proud member of NCAA Division II. We have a great and growing sports teams, and our students love to go out and support those. So it's just a wonderful place here at UNC Pembroke. So the next thing I'm going to move into is our business program specifically. So our UNC Pembroke School of Business offers a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration, as well as a Bachelor's of Science in Accounting. Our Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration offers a number of concentrations: economics, entrepreneurship, finance, international business, management, and marketing. Economics, finance, management, and marketing are all offered in an online format. We also have excellent internships in our business school. Fortune 500 companies like Amazon our students have interned there. And then we also have our Thomas Family Entrepreneurship Hub, where you can have the opportunity to work with startup businesses right here in Robeson County. Many of our business students also choose to study abroad in short-term or semester-long experiences. This is great for our students that are pursuing international business because they get that hands-on experience. And then one thing that sets our business school apart is our passport to professional success. All of our students go through this process that are in our School of Business, and it really focuses on soft skills building. It increases your employability and your networking opportunities. So you're going to get a lot of one-on-one attention with our School of Business faculty and alumni, as well as local industry leaders to help you with that passport to professional success. So we just think that what our business school holds for you is just wonderful opportunities where you can just expand and grow. And so the last thing I wanted to say is that if you are interested in pursuing your MBA, we do have a pathway to MBA, so you can complete your BSBA and your MBA in only 5 years. This offers you the opportunity to take 4 MBA courses at the undergraduate tuition rate during your senior year, and then you'll only have 1 year remaining to finish up your MBA after you graduate. So it's a really great program, and I really encourage you to consider that if you choose to UNCP to be a business major. Thank you. And thank you, Dante.
Go ahead, Toby. I'm sorry. I had some
All right,
technical
you're fine.
difficulties. My
I didn't
computer
want to
was
interrupt
going
you.
slow. No, you're good.
All right, great job, Nancy. That was a lot of awesome information. And now I'm just going to step in here and just share a little bit about concentrations across the board. Like I said earlier, whenever I was giving my little spew, the concentrations are a big part of business school. Picking what you want to not only major in or minor in or concentrate, I guess is the term, from undergrad all the way through grad, having a specific pathway is a really big thing, just because you want to make sure whatever you graduate with is going to help you in finding a job after college. You definitely want to make sure that you're not going to be an accounting major if you want to work in marketing. Not that you couldn't get a job in that after college, but it's probably better that you major in marketing or concentrate in marketing. So I've got some listed here, and I put at the top just to name a few because there are so many different options as far as business school goes. But just to name a few: accounting, economics, entrepreneurship, finance, general business or business administration, HR or human resources, information systems, whether it be management information, computer information, anything on the tech end of things, international business, management specific, marketing, operations or project management. That's become a very big one. Operations is out of a student's perspective, operations is not something very easily learned, but it's also a great degree because of that specific thing. There's not a ton of people who go into the specifics of operations management. Statistics is another great one. Transportation, logistics, another great major, and then strategy. And again, that's just a few, but on that spectrum, just keep in mind, you can mix and match. You could say, yeah, I want to be an accounting major, but I might want my minor or my focus to be in something on the management end that might allow you to open up a firm or, be on the upper level of the corporation as far as the accounting team. Just keep in mind those things when you're thinking about what you want to be when you grow up, more or less. But yeah, I'll pass it on to the next person.
All right, so the College of Business and business as a whole, the industry really strives on preparing students when they come out in the workforce with leadership and professional development skills. And this not only is just for business, but it can span across all different types of careers. So the first part of networking that you definitely want to hone in on is critical thinking skills. So when you're doing projects within your class, or within a small group, whether that be, you want to make sure that you don't just touch the surface, but go a little bit deeper in explaining and think deeply about what type of answers or what type of solution you want to get to with whatever project you're working on. So it's not just the surface, but definitely more critical thinking, thinking deeper, thinking outside of the box, because employers are really going to look for that when you are interviewing and what type of answers you're giving them. The second is a strong sense of values. So you definitely want to make sure that you're not only working with other people within your classroom, but also going outside of your box again and looking at different environments, diversity, globalization, ethics, to make yourself a little bit more worldly than maybe if you were raised in a smaller community. Making sure that you understand other people's point of views and take that into consideration when you are working with other people. And that will definitely shine through, especially for employers when you are interviewing. And the last thing is the ability to communicate. Biggest thing, networking. Networking is huge, especially in business. The more people that you know and the more connections that you make, it will open more doors for you. Interviewing skills. Interviewing is an art. You can never be a master at interviewing. So anytime you have a chance to interview, practice, 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 practice with your peers, practice with your family members, practice with another professional who will help you give some pointers in interviewing. And also resume building. Get professional people to look at your resume. Get other employers, potential employers, to look at your resume, and they can tell you what you need to work on, because there's all different types of resume building skills or outlines out there, but you want to make sure that your resume is the one that needs to be for the certain career or certain jobs that you are applying for. And the last thing I have on here is a quote from one of our well-known alumni who is he's the CEO of Cap Trust out in Raleigh. Put your focus on being significant. That is the biggest thing that you want to do when you are setting yourself apart from other people. You want to make sure that you look different, that you make sure that that employer will remember you after you walk out of that interview. Make sure that you put your stamp on your school and what difference you made for your school before you graduate. What can you contribute to that company that you are interviewing for? So if you have any other questions about this or about ECU as a whole, please make sure that you use our question and answer feature on here, and we will be happy to answer those questions for you.
All right, so one of the other things that you really want to look for in a university when you're choosing a school of business is that they're AACSB accredited. This is the Association for Advancement of Collegiate Schools of Business. The reason you want to look for this is the fact that this really distinguishes the quality and the rigor of the program. A degree from an institution that's AACSB accredited means more than a business degree from an institution that's not. Only about 5% of business schools worldwide receive this accreditation. You're pretty lucky because all of the ones on this panel today are AACSB accredited. The schools have to show a commitment to strategic management, learner success, impactful thought leadership. So this means that they're really preparing you to go into the world of business, and they're ensuring that you're up to date on the newest trends and that you're getting that personal attention in your learner success. And this really sets your education and degree apart. So just make sure that when you're reviewing your choices for a school, that you look for that AACSB accreditation logo that I've added here. Thank you.
Hey there, I'm back. Let's talk about some career opportunities. You've heard from my colleagues here on the panel today, and we've all talked about the majors and the minors and what you can do and where you can go. Now let's point out some of the things that you've heard about, and I'm going to point out some of the things maybe that you haven't thought about. As we're going through this career search, we're all looking for something different. How many of us say, I don't want to go into sales, I don't want to go into accounting, but I have this accounting degree, or I have this marketing, business marketing degree. As Amy said, think outside of your box. There's so many opportunities out there for that career-driven individual. I've listed a few here: administration, finance and accounting, entrepreneurship, the equine industry, the health industry, sales, management, education, of course. Who wants to work at Disney? Of course, Disney's going to hire MBAs and marketing and sales professionals. How about that account executive or the professional sports team? The film industry is huge right now, right in Wilmington. I know for a fact a friend of mine just got a position as the movie studio management manager for one of the films that's being filmed in Wilmington right now. Physician's office, lawyers, many lawyers have that MBA and business degree on top behind that law degree that they have. Some things that you might not have thought about that we see students going into on a regular basis. FBI. Has anybody thought about FBI management? Maybe you do not want to go out into the field and play in the dirt and the bodies. Maybe you want to be on the management end of those folks that are going out into the field. Marine biology managers. That is a huge program right now. I know that we've got some students looking at that field in Florida, out in Key West. I'd love to be in Key West. International business. There again, as Amy pointed out, think outside the box, worldly and global. Maybe you do not want to stay in the hometown or the college town that you are currently, and you want to explore while you have that. Nonprofit, huge industry right now as well. Sports agents, maybe you're playing baseball or you're wanting to play football in college. You don't want to play it when you're 30. Maybe you want to go into the sports agency field. City managers, human resource directors, as well as recruiters. Employment recruiters are looking for business majors right now. You've got to have some business and marketing to get out there and recruit those future employees. Operation and project management. I think Toby mentioned this earlier. We all are aware of I can't talk entrepreneurship opportunities. One other thing I want to mention before I turn it over to Dante, admissions officers. College industry is fabulous. Thank you, folks. Appreciate you listening, and I'll turn it over to Dante.
I take myself off mute. So as she stated, again, admissions officer, right? I have my business degree. Toby said he was biased as well. So again, it's so broad where you can work in the industry from a business program. So internship, which is very important, is actually the position of a student or trainee who works in an organization, sometimes without pay, in order to gain work experience or satisfy requirements for a qualification. One thing I didn't take advantage of, I'm telling you to take advantage of. Internships. Sometimes they're paid, sometimes they're not paid, but you get the experience, you get your foot in the door, and you allow that employer to see what you're made of and what you're capable of. And that may turn into a position for you once you graduate from your institution or any one of our institutions. So just to name a couple of internships that may be available, there's product marketing, there's sales and marketing, business management, management consulting, and business development. And again, that's just a small group of internships, but mainly in this department, as far as business programs, you'll find internships with those in those types of fields. So it's very important. We encourage you. I'm pretty sure everyone will encourage you from today's panel that please, if you can be a part of an internship, whether paid or not, please do so, especially in those summertime windows between the spring and fall semesters. Definitely get into an internship to get that work experience. And to, as she stated, as Ms. Eason stated, you want your employer to remember you. You want that manager, that coordinator of the internship program to remember you, make your mark, so they can't forget about you and they'll hire you, okay? And the last thing we're going to talk about as far as career opportunities, we're going to talk about average salaries. Now, of course, it's just a snapshot of some possibilities when it comes to management majors or accounting and finance majors. Business has so many lists of opportunities that we couldn't list them all, but management is very popular. And of course, entrepreneurship is too, but accounting and finance majors are very popular. So these are just a snapshot of what the average salary is for those types of opportunities, career opportunities. Okay, as you can see, as high as $107,000 of human resource manager from the management side. Low end, you're looking at human resource specialist, $59,000. Even still, coming out of college as a 21, 22, 23-year-old, that's some good money no matter where you live. So it's some great opportunities for you to make a good salary. And invest right into your community, invest into what you're in yourself, if you will. You paid the money to get the business degree. Why not go ahead and benefit from that degree? I have this saying, and it's very catchy. It can sometimes seem corny, but I always tell people, your degree is made out of a piece of paper, right? Your degree is made out of a piece of paper, right? And money is also made out of what? It's also made out of paper, right? So if you have to get your associate's degree from your community college, we urge you, of course, to do that. But if you want to transfer before, that's fine. But then you want to also get another piece of paper from one of our institutions as far as your bachelor's degree in business. So my saying is, get the paper, the actual degree, as many as you can. Get the paper. The more paper you get, the more paper you get. So get the paper, the degree, to get the paper. As you can see, these are the average salaries right here from those certain positions, especially on the accounting side, financial manager. So that concludes our information in the sense of talking about our business programs individually at our respective schools, and also talking about concentrations, networking, also talking about the accreditation, AACSB, and then talk about career opportunities. If you need to get in contact with us, here's our contact information. Please take a screenshot. We all have our beautiful faces right there. We're saying, hey, this is who I am. If you're interested in my school, go ahead and get in contact with me. You received a lot of information today, and I'm so proud to be a part of this group of fine people to make sure that we give you this information. So again, this is the point where you can go ahead and take a screenshot or print screen if you're on your computer, your laptop, and get that information. We have just a little bit more time, that if you have any questions, if you have not posted them yet, please, we encourage you to post them inside of the Q&A section inside of on this Zoom, excuse me. We did have one question directly to FSU about the 2+2 program. I can safely say we have one. I can assume that ECU, Gardner-Webb, St. Andrews, and UNC Pembroke, I can safely assume that we all have a program that you get your associates, and then you can go ahead and try to get your bachelor's in 2 years. Is that safe to say? Yes?
Yes, with ECU, it's more of a degree completion, but we do make sure that we let our transfer students who are potentially interested in any school to reach out to that department and talk with them about what classes will transfer, so they can set themselves up for success in making sure that they get the most classes they need completed at the community college that they can before they transfer into that certain program.
Awesome. And, being that we don't have any questions right now in the Q&A session, I do want to ask you a question, Ms. Amy Eason, because you're specifically in that department, if you will. And being that most of us are a part of the UNC system, whether private or public, we're all in North Carolina, right? So I feel like typically the business program may have a certain outlook, what they look for their students. Could you just kind of give us a snapshot of what students probably need to take at the community college level to be prepared for a typical business program, whether public or private school?
Sure, absolutely. A lot of your general education classes can be definitely taken care of, like your 2 Englishes that are always required, natural sciences, your humanities and fine arts and social sciences. With that being said, you want to make sure that you look at the certain programs at the different schools, because we all maybe require different types of humanities and fine arts. So for our degree, we require certain specific ones. So you want to make sure that you take the right ones to transfer into that certain program. Accounting, financial and managerial accounting are across the board. Definitely recommended. Intro to computers, a business law class, econ, micro, macro econ. Any of those types of classes will definitely help you in transferring to a 4-year university in business.
All right, thank you so much for the information. I want to briefly ask each panelist if there's any, because working with transfers, one of the first questions you get is, how many of my credits will transfer? Right? So this is the time now for each panelist to share for their current institution, if there's anything on your website that they can go to and just search on your website for maybe something that can help them to find how to find the equivalency, if you will. And I'll let Ms. Amy, since your mic is on, you can go first, and then Toby, Ms. Debbie, and then Ms. Nancy, and I'll go last.
Absolutely. So if you go on the ECU's website and type in College of Business, you'll come to our main website. And there are a lot of different drop-down boxes. So you would go to a prospective student and you can go to our check sheets. And we have all of our check sheets that have all the different concentrations and our 3 different degrees. But we also have a check sheet for each one for all 3 of the degrees that are North Carolina Community College course equivalencies. And that really helps our students in looking at, okay, what do I need to take here in order to be able to transfer as much as I can into the program.
Awesome. Thank you, Toby.
Absolutely. So as far as Gardner Web goes, if you just go to our general website, you can actually hit the search tab, or you can work your way through all the links. But it's a transfer equivalency calculator is, I believe, the title of what it used to be, what it should still be. But it's more of a calculator. You just kind of put in, hey, this is where I'm at. This is the class I'm taking. What does it turn into, or does it turn into anything? And it'll pretty much tell you, and it'll give you a long list. If you just generalize it in accounting classes, it'll show you what accounting classes at, we'll say Gaston College, or Cleveland College. That's somewhat local to Gardner Webb. If you're at that college, it'll tell you which ones to take. So that's definitely an easy way to do it. If you do not have that as an option for whatever reason or cannot find it, you can always reach out to me and myself, and somebody over in the registrar's office will definitely get it figured out of what classes, we'll take.
Awesome. Thank you, Toby. Ms. Debbie?
Yes, thank you. We're very similar to Amy and Toby. If you go to our website, www.sa.edu, across the top, click on admissions, and then click on transfer. That'll take you directly to our transfer page. And then you tell us which one of our campuses are you looking into. The Pinehurst campus, you do have to have 60 transferable credits and a 2.0 GPA, because that campus is set up strictly for working adults. The other 2 campuses will give you their information specifically for those campuses as well. And then each one of those links will give you the advisor on that campus. So it depends on which one you want to attend, but we welcome you to check out all of them.
All right.
Ms.
For
Nancy?
UNC Pembroke, if you'll just go to uncp.edu, click admissions, and then choose undergraduate admissions and transfer. There's a whole bunch of resources there. Our transfer course equivalency tool will allow you to put in your source college, and then you can look at all the classes from that college that will transfer and what they'll transfer in as. I will encourage you, if you're in the North Carolina Community College system, choose Fayetteville Tech or Robinson Community College, even if you're attending a different one, because we get the most transfer students from those 2. So there we have more extensive evaluations of their credits. But since the North Carolina Community College system is pretty universal, we will accept it even if it's not showing necessarily for your particular community college. There are also our articulation agreements can be found on that transfer admissions page. So you can see an outline for your school if you're pursuing an associate's in applied science. So there's just a lot of different resources there. But if you're having trouble finding a course or you need help, definitely reach out to me. I can be reached by email or phone, and I'll do everything I can to help figure out your course and what it'll come in as.
All right, and last but not least, Fayetteville State University. Again, if you just go to our main website, which is www.uncfsu.edu, and once you get there, you go to the search page, the search section, to your right, and you just type in something called the Transfer Equivalency Self-Service Tool. Yes, a long name, right? But yes, once you click on that, of course, a couple of links will show up, and it will be at the top. And once you click on that, it's similar to what Toby was speaking to. You're able to put in all the colleges that you've attended. You're able to put in all the courses, the credit hours, and of course at Fayetteville State University and majority all the UNC system schools, you have to have a C or better for that course to even transfer. So we encourage you all to make A's, and it may be that way for the other schools, Gardner Webb and St. Andrews, but it has to be a C or better. But put the proper credit hours in, put the proper grade in, and then at that point, it will show you what will transfer directly from those colleges and those programs, those courses, directly into that business program or any program that you choose. And then with that, it will show you the degree plan and how that course came over and what requirement it fulfilled. And it'll give you a percentage of the that you've met as far as the major requirements, percentage of the degree completed based off those transfer credits. And I think we all can attest to this. These tools that you're using are not official. It's unofficial, of course, until we get official transcripts and the academic advisor can look at that information to determine officially what will transfer over. So for us, again, it's the transfer equivalency self-service tool. And again, it's very user-friendly. You just start putting information in, you're finished, it shows you the academic plan, and you can move on. And then also you can just search simply for your degree plan on our website, and it'll direct you to that page. And when you get to that page, you'll have a breakdown of what's at the community college level, and then what it will transfer into Fayetteville State University, and gives you a breakdown, all the humanities, all the electives that you need, so on and so forth. So again, and like our time, we have 1 more minute, which I think is awesome. We fell right in place, I think, and I think everything went smoothly. And again, we thank you all for your time. We know that our administrator facilitator from CACRAO will be coming in shortly to make sure he can provide the information that he needs. But again, I want to say thank you. I think everyone else want to say thank you verbally so they can hear you.
Thank
you,
very much.
everybody.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for joining us.
Yes, and we're so proud that we're able to give you this information. And we have 5 great institutions here: Fayetteville State University, East Carolina University, Gardner-Webb University, St. Andrews University, and UNC Pembroke. UNC Pembroke, we gotta change it. We gotta put university on the end since we all have university. And I'm just messing with you. But
You
again,
know, we like to be different.
I know, I'm just messing with you. See, with colleagues, we like to have fun. But again, it's actually 1:45 on the head. And I know the facilitator will come in soon so he can give you some information. And we're just so glad again to be here. And I'll start sharing my screen so that he can share his screen.
I got you. Oh, yep, there we go. So once again, first of all, Dante, that was perfect timing. So thank you everyone for attending. Thank you much to our panelists as well, non-speakers, for providing all this information. Just so you know, when you close this section, you will see a small survey that will pop up. Please take some time to fill it out. Your feedback is definitely very beneficial to us and helps us out a little bit. Just know we do have more sessions going on throughout this week and throughout the month, and a recording will pop up in about a week. More information can be found at CACRAO.org. That's CACRAO.org. Besides that, thank you so much, and you all have a great day.